Who are you? Beer drink, shorty. I've had many of people ask me to do or ask why I haven't done already a prediction vlog for UFC 158. The reason being is, I'm just this is the fight that I've been waiting on seeing for a long time. I don't want to talk too much shit. I know that fucking Nick Diaz probably watches my fucking videos. I know he does. I know he's seen a few. He's commented. It is what it is. And I just don't want the extra fucking added stress. Like, I don't want to be a shit talker motherfucker. Just like, oh yeah, Nick Diaz gonna do this. He's gonna do that to George St-Pierre. George St-Pierre is a bitch. George St-Pierre is a pussy. Word to Musasi. Nick Diaz will win UFC 158. However, I will not trash George St-Pierre as a fighter. He is a great fighter. He will truthfully go down as one of the top 10 greatest of all time. One of the top 5 greatest welterweights of all time. The greatest welterweight of all time, I don't give a shit what anyone says, is Matt Hughes. Now let's get into this fucking prediction. UFC 158, iPhone Pelican, iPhone 12G. That's what we're doing right now, buddy. We have Mike Ritchie versus Colin Fletcher. I have Mike Ritchie, truthfully, just for the fact that I've seen him fight many a times, and I see his wrestling, and I see he pretty much is like a version of both of the guys, fucking George St-Pierre and Rory McDonald. He fights a lot like them, has great wrestling, and he keeps the fight where his strengths, where his strong points are, and he will probably get the takedown. He has decent stand-up as well. Not decent stand-up, good stand-up. I got Mike Ritchie in this fight. And then we have Kamazi versus Nick Bouquet Ring. I don't give a shit what anyone says. Nick Ring is gayer than a pack of Skittles jumping over a rainbow with a dick in its ass. I have, truthfully, Nick Ring winning this fight. You know what I'm saying? He's in Canada. The guy isn't a bad fighter, truthfully. I mean, the way it is, I'm pretty sure that there are some gay motherfuckers out there that can actually fucking throw down and throw fucking punches, kicks, knees. Just don't get the takedown, because I don't want to see that. The next fight, Jake Ellenberger versus Nate the Great Marquardt. I was so happy to see Nate Marquardt get signed to the UFC even after losing to Safadine in the last Strike Force event, because Nate the Great Marquardt has a lot more to give. He was the champ. He just seemed like he had an off night that night. The combos that he put together and threw against Tyron Woodley to win the title were fucking crazy. And I think that Nate Marquardt he just had an off night. Tarek Safadine ended up capitalizing on that. And that's the reason why he got the win on the very last Strike Force event. I have Nate Marquardt, one of the last people to actually give Anderson a decent fight. One of the last people, motherfuckers. Don't get on my dick already. Nate Marquardt all day. Next fight, we have fucking Carlos Air Max using treadmill running Condit versus Johnny Hendricks. This fight, truthfully, is funny. Everyone is counting out Carlos Condit as if he's a bitch, as if he's a horrible fighter. Carlos Condit is a great fucking fighter. If you followed him throughout the WEC years, he is a great fucking fighter, and he is the natural born killer. He used to put people away. He fucking whenever he gets someone hurt, he goes in for the kill. Carlos Condit is a great fighter. However, like I said, if it stays a stand-up war, which I'm pretty sure it will be, unless Johnny Hendricks takes it to the ground, I think that Johnny Hendricks has that one-punch knockout power. However, you never know if Carlos Condit fights the perfect game plan to fight on his back pedal, throwing leg kicks and pretty much surviving for 3 rounds, winning a decision. I hope Johnny Hendricks wins this fight by knockout, and I'm pretty sure he's going to go for the knockout early. However, as far as my analysis and my prediction, I call Carlos Condit winning this fight. And before you all start shit storming down my fucking nostril satchels, I really do want Johnny Hendricks to win, but I think that Carlos Condit will play a perfect cornerback game plan of backpedaling, throwing kicks, throwing punches, pretty much picking his shots and outpointing him with strikes standing up. Yeah. Y'all wouldn't have thought that from me, huh? I got kind in that one. Nick Diaz versus George St-Pierre, the crowning fucking event, the crowning fucking matchup for any MMA fan, whether new or old. Nick Diaz has been put out here for this fight as the bad guy.
I gotta be the bad guy. You gonna point the finger, make me the bad guy. I'm the bad guy. Now I get to fight.
It's ridiculous because in the conference call, a lot of people are actually seeing who is really the bad guy, who has the certain motive in the fight. And the way it is, like I said, Nick Diaz is drawn out to be the bad guy in this fight. He's been calling out George St-Pierre for like 3 to 4, maybe even 5 years. And now that it's finally happening, like the media is like pretty much just a shitstorm of them trying to pretty much make Nick Diaz look like he's the fucking anti-hero when he's the actual hero. He's fighting for the fans. George St-Pierre, at one point, truthfully, earlier in his career, in his UFC career, he fought a different style than what he fights now. And it was more exciting, throwing high kicks, throwing spinning kicks, pretty much being flashy with his karate background in the octagon. But for what it is, you have to look at this you have to look at it for what it is. If you're doing a certain job, if you are, say if you're writing for a magazine, if you know that you can write the perfect article every month on mixed martial arts or every month on craft beer, you're going to write just on those 2 topics every month to keep your job. That's exactly what George St-Pierre is doing as far as this whole, what they call lay and pray, wrestle fuck style. And truthfully, for what it is, I'm a fan of the shit. I'm not a fan of that style. However, that's all he's doing. He's pretty much just, he's big on legacy. He's big on keeping pretty much undefeated. It's not an undefeated record he has, but he's just pretty much trying to keep as many blemishes off of his record as possible. However, with that, I don't give a fuck, nigga. I'm Beer Drink Shorty, #1 Nick Diaz fan, and Nick Diaz is going in for the kill, whether it's standing up. Nick Diaz is gonna fucking throw them fucking jabs. He's gonna be popping the jab. He's gonna fucking throw the straight, throw the fucking cross. He's gonna be fucking out landing George St-Pierre in the stand-up if George St-Pierre chooses to stand up. If it goes to the ground, truthfully, I could see Nick Diaz pulling off a triangle, pretty much just talking shit, getting in his head to where he's gonna fucking try to overexalt himself and switch some weirdo position, and Nick Diaz will get right up. Nick Diaz is gonna win this fight. I don't give a shit. I am #1 Nick Diaz fan. Who are you? Beer Drink Shouty. And I know y'all remember this shit from back in the day. My my video on the In the Weeds channel when I said if Nick Diaz loses to Carlos Condit, I was going to burn the shirt. Like I said, I own 4 of them. Something did happen to one of them. However, this time I don't give a fuck. If Nick Diaz loses to George St-Pierre, I will burn a Nick Diaz Premier Fighter, one of my favorite shirts. You know what I'm saying? I will burn that shit that night, upload it for y'all's enjoyment. What are they? What was that all about? What was that all about, nigga? Please understand, I am the man. Cheesecake Satchels, bullshit, Eddie Haskell. Sometimes the sun don't shine, What? Cheesecake sandwiches, chargers, and other things to your delight. I need to mail out this fucking package. Here, stop being a snitch. That's a package all right there. That's a package all right there, niggas. I guess I'll take it in. Stop being a snitch. Persian wheelbarrow, everyone. direct import from Persia. Persian. These niggas be snitching. Niggas be snitching and stuff. They be snitching. Ain't no bitch in being a snitch. Ain't no bitch in being a snitch. Overeem.